YouTube! How's it going? Welcomes to TPB's Tech-Bodge Emporium. Guys, in this one, we're going to be taking a look in a follow-up to the headphone, the Sony headphone setup for Christmas. In this video, guys, we're going to be having a look at a good budget headset. This is from my mate Daisy. I paid about 33, I think. But they are the G435. She wants them for, she's a bit of a casual gamer. She wants them for Call of Duty on the PlayStation and that. She's used to be using wireless and stuff, and I just figured that these are quite a lightweight headset. You're kind of in the realm of sort of, you know, no-name headsets. So having a set of Logitech that are wireless, you get a dongle in here to use Logitech's wireless, so, and we all know how good that is. So that's a plus. They're pretty lightweight. I mean, they're in the box right now and it does not feel very heavy at all. Also, she's got a little girl, so having the mic out of the way of her face is probably kind of handy. She's only, you know, she's a casual gamer and she's used to having things wireless. Again, having a small child, it's kind of handy not having cables in the way, especially when you're playing through a PlayStation or something. And if you cable through the the controller, you're then relying on the connection that Sony is providing for that. So having that dongle for you to be able to plug in is super handy. Although they are Bluetooth as well, so you can just Bluetooth these to whatever. We'll have a look at the connectivity on that. But yeah, shall we have a look what's in the box? So yeah, Daisy, this is what I got you. So this is what I got you. Shall we have a look in the box? Yeah, let's go. Right, okay guys. Should we have a look what's in the box? So again, like I said, this is for my friend Daisy. So Daisy, hopefully you like what you see. We're going to see how they sound in a bit, but hopefully you like what you see. Oh, that's where that fell out of. I've opened this box already. That fell out. So in here, you get a much more sizable cable. Let me see. Let me see how much cable they give you. It looks like, I don't know, like 3 meters or something. Doesn't look like a bad cable at all, which is good. Especially being a gaming headset, obviously you're going to be able to use the cable for power, or possibly audio as well. I'm not sure, I haven't looked at the headset. I would say it's about 2 meters. It's about 2 meters of cable that they give you. So that's pretty decent. Let me just quickly wrap these back up because we don't want to, they're a gift. So put the ties back. So you get about 2 meters of cable. Oh, you get a nice color coordinated dongle. This gives you the Logitech wireless, which is freaking awesome. I use it for my mouse. I've used it for a keyboard. I use it for a keyboard. And it's just really, really good wireless. So this is super handy. Plug this into anything, it should just link straight to this. You don't even need to set it up because it's Logitech. Right, so the main event. Let's have a look at these bad boys. First thing I have to say is they are light. You don't get any sort of like foam insert in here or anything. It is just bare plastic in there. But like the construction doesn't feel cheap. There's a bit of movement in there. I'm sure that's by design, so people have different shaped heads. You need to have a little bit of wiggle, don't you? But you know, you got a sizable increase in head size there. It's got a bit of a resistance on it, so it's gonna grab your head. We'll have a look, see how comfy they are in a bit. But as I was saying, you see this little wiggly cable on the black ones? That's what's sort of lime green or yellow. Again, I'm not entirely sure which one. And as you can see here on the buttons here. So on the buttons, you have a power button, a up and down, so that'll be volume, and mute mic button right there. Now, I'm not entirely sure, but I'm thinking, just because of the design, you see this is the mic, so I'm thinking that this one here is for sort of like background noise, so it can cancel it out, so it's going to listen to it and then cancel it out. We will find that out, but that's kind of cool. And like I said, lightweight, and they feel nice, especially if you consider I only paid like 33 quid for these. So like, you know, it's a 75 quid headset, so we'll see how they sound. But that's about what else to get in the box. Is there anything else? No, just some destructions. So shall we cut all this crap and see what they sound like? Yeah? Okay, let's go. Alright, okay guys, this is a couple of days later, but later me will give you, oh my god. Hello, how's it going? This is the first time I filmed this. I didn't forget to put the mic here again. This is a few days later. I know I'm wearing the same clothes and stuff, but I promise you, I've washed them and I'm now re-wearing them. It's that couple of days later. I was hanging around for a particular game, but then I had some issues. It wouldn't let me save progress on the game. I got to about 100 minutes of me just trying to get it to allow me to save progress, and I was just like, I'll refund it, I'll get it later. So that was going to be Battlefield 6, but what I will say is when I went into Battlefield 6 using my headset, which is like obviously what I would recommend anyone who is happy to spend like 130 quid, these PC38Xs, as long as you're happy with the cable, are a very, 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 very good headset. But when I went in there with that, I noticed that they seem to have given everyone the most perfect sneakers in the world in that Warzone. You don't hear anyone running around. So I figured it wouldn't have been a good choice to test some audio with anyway. Anyway, that being said, this wrong mouse. This set comes in 3 colours. It's got this white and sort of like baby blue colour, and then obviously this set, and then you've got black with like, it shows as yellow here, but I'll show you in a sec, but that it also shows as sort of like a lime greeny colour, so I'm not entirely sure what you get. Maybe yellow. So watch this before you buy. It's too late, bruh. Too late. Yeah, anyway, this as you can see here, they're about 40 quid. Now these are reduced down from about 75 quid. That's their original price. So that's why I've also come to mention these, because I figured with them being now at like around about 40 quid, they do get reduced down to about 30 quid. So look on Black Friday or something. But if you were looking for someone, like a gaming headset for someone, we're going to see if this is worth the cut. Like, I mean, they're for my friend who is a casual gamer, and them being lightweight will be really handy for her. I mean, they are lightweight. Also, she's got a very small child. You've probably seen the WHCH 520s for her daughter. She's getting these ones. There was a budget, obviously. She asked me for a recommendation. I would normally just go straight PC38Xs, but she didn't want to spend 130, 140 quid. And then I seen that these were reduced, and any sort of like review I've seen of these online from like a year or so ago for like $80, 70 quid, everyone was ranting and raving about them at that price. So I figured going in, like I said, 40 quid or under. Like I said, they do go down to 30 quid, so look alive. So what we're going to do is we're going to test these in game. We're going to probably use some COD. It's got pretty decent audio. Funnily enough, the spectators audio seems to be better than the actual in-game audio, but it'll still give me good directional audio fairly quickly straight out the box. Obviously I play it a lot, and I use those PC38Xs, so I'm literally going to be comparing how the sound stage works with these over that. But yeah, we're gonna have a look, get into it. Let's just see if right, if I see that looks, if I chose the black ones, look, that looks lime green, right? I'm not being mental. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna test. I'm pretty sure these are Bluetooth and with the dongle. So what we're gonna do is we're going to test. Yeah, Bluetooth wireless gaming headset. Plus we've got the dongle. So what we're gonna do is we'll test the audio with the Wi-Fi. I'll connect it up to the Wi-Fi on the PC, and then we'll test the audio with the dongle. And then because I game on a different PC, I'll have to we'll go back to you listening to this nice microphone, and I'll listen to how the game plays, and I'll give you my feedback. Does that sound good? Right. So yeah, we'll I'll get this connected up. Right. Okay, guys. So this is the microphone off this. It's almost about the same as where I have this mic, which is what you've been listening to. You know better than I do at this precise moment. I just want to make some noise. I'm then we're gonna connect with the dongle here and see what the audio sounds like on that. And then we'll get into game, and I'll give you my feedback on how the sound audio sounds. At least you'll get to know whether there's a difference to connecting through Bluetooth or through the dongle with the audio. And you'll know if there's an issue there. But this is through the Bluetooth. This is the mic on here. Obviously, I think this here is like a noise cancelling like microphone. I don't know. Possibly though. Yeah. So let me just switch over to the dongle, and then we'll see what the audio sounds like on that. This at the exact same volume. Everything else all the same. All I've done is just literally whipped out my Bluetooth dongle out on my PC and just threw in the dongle, and I just held the microphone button for like 3 seconds. It switched over and then immediately just connected up. I didn't have to do anything other than that. So if you're going to use the dongle, yeah, there's like no brainer. If you're going to use a dongle, why the hell not? Do you know what I mean? It just plugs in, connects. Its native connection is the dongle. You have to literally switch it over to Bluetooth. But to switch from Bluetooth to dongle is just hold the microphone button for like 3 seconds, and then it'll switch it from one to the other. You don't have to do anything else other than that. That is just the switch over for it. And then to do the pair thing, you just like hold the power button for 2 seconds. Everything else on here is pretty much self-explanatory, you know. Right, okay, guys. Well, I don't think the mic sounds too bad, to be honest. Again, as I've said, don't forget we are comparing here to a dedicated mic with a pop filter that is literally situated directly in front of my face. But in general, I don't think the mic on the headset sounds that bad for its setup and its price point. I will say that I did notice watching back that there seems to be a little bit of latency by using them through Bluetooth, which is probably more down to the fact that they're obviously to be used with the Lightspeed dongle for the best results. And I do think the audio sounded better through the Lightspeed than it did through the Bluetooth. But either way, I think that they're probably fairly usable for any sort of casual gaming. Right, let's get back to the video. Alright guys, we're just going to drop into Call of Duty. Those of the eagle-eyed viewers out there will have seen that, yes, this is the next morning. There wasn't any technical issues or anything. It was just purely down to, hold on, let me turn this down a second so I'm not shouting. Yeah, there was no technical issues or anything. I just needed to help a friend out. So we are here now. Now, I can't play because of the way that I split the audio for my gaming rig. It needs to be through an aux cable, so I can't actually split the audio from the game to you right now. So you're just gonna have to deal with my voice and music. But I will openly give you information on how these headphones sound, what the sound levels are like, how loud they are, how the sound stage is. Can I pinpoint footsteps and stuff with them? That's really the intention for this. And again, we're using Call of Duty because, hate it or not, this genuinely has quite a good audio setup on it. When it comes to stuff like footsteps, it's definitely better than BF6's footsteps and stuff because they don't exist in that game for some reason. But, you know, seems quite responsive. I've definitely said this before, that, you know, I'm not Captain Codpiece when it comes to Call of Duty. But I will try. The directional seems all right. Like, we'll know difference when I get an enemy show up. Like, but I could hear someone like pitter patter of shots down in the distance there. Now, we'll try this again. Now, I'm not going to say that they're the loudest headphones in the world. They're not. Oh, I missed it. I'll take you though. I did hear him. So it you know, it's working. I definitely get directional. I've probably had better directional, but like all in all, it's still pretty decent. Like I said, I am unfortunately comparing this to the PC38Xs, which are in part absolutely friggin' awesome. I heard him. See, I did hear that dude, like, so. Gotta take wins where you can. I mean, yeah, do you know what I mean? I did hear that dude. How we doing? Oh, I can get a Logi. I'll take you. Right. Let's be on our way. Yeah, bastards. We'll see if we can oh, found some more cash then. Nice. Handy. There's obviously some shooting going on over that way, so we'll go check it out. But like, one of my favourite things in this game is to drive around and just listen for people running around in buildings. So I'm kind of hoping that I can do that here. But all in all, the sound's really good, like, to be fair. Like, for 40 quid, yeah, this is decent. I found someone. Jesus. So, yeah, I heard all of these people. So, you might not be able to hear what I'm hearing. You're just getting music. But I can promise you, I am hearing these people. So, however you really want to look at it, I suppose. I mean, the headphones are working really well, to be fair. They're super comfy. And I don't feel them. They're like really light. Obviously a bot. Some people just don't think about turning around. Definitely a bot. We've got a dude in a helicopter over there. Should we go into the city? Big city life. He just blew his chopper up. Did he jump out? Nope. Yep, he jumped out. Sorry. Not a nope. It's definitely a yep. Big city life. You gonna shoot at me, bruh? You could just stay up on that roof or what? Oh, whatever. Bullshit, man. Bullshit. But I did hear him, so the headphones are working really well. And I know they look really fetching. Jesus wept. Everything in me wants me to go back for my guns, but I'll go for that instead. You gotta work that meta. At least it only does the battle pass thing once now, which isn't so loud. Like, I'm not gonna say these aren't the loudest things I've ever had on my head. Nowhere near. I'm not the greatest gamer in the world, but I like to have fun with it. And let's be fair, the audio in this game, again, like I said, it does get better. Like, I'm probably not the only person that feels that the audio in this game is better when you're spectating than it is when you're actually playing the freaking game. Like, the footsteps just, I don't know, there's something about spectating on this game where the footsteps just sound a little bit more accurate as to where they are. I'm not seeing much in the way of enemies at the minute, although there are quite a lot of vehicles around. I'm always doing that. Fuck's sakes, man. You try and hop around and shit, like, and this is what you get left with. Alright. Go. Shoot at me again, dude. Shoot at me, dude. May as well get his cash. Oh, we're on 11. To tell this is cash, eh? Casual check. Yeah, it's casual. Oopsie. I didn't look up, man. Fucking camping in the corner like a little pussy. Well, that was eventful. Let me just spectate for a second, see if the audio actually is better. To me, it sounds better when you're spectating. Yeah, he's there. He's coming up the step. He's literally at the door. He slid round the side there. There's a dude outside this wall. I can hear him. He's running around. He's just come under that window there. The bottom of the stairs. There he is. Oh my god. Oh, why is the spectating audio so much fucking better than the in-game audio? I'm confused by that, like massively confused by that, like, that's insane. Why? Why? Anyways, so guys, the G435. Do you know what? They're not the loudest headset in the world, but the sound on them, the audio, the sound stage is really actually pretty good. Like I was able to pinpoint footsteps and stuff. So it's really, really good. Like I genuinely, the actual like audio moving around in these things, like, and hearing the world around you is actually really good. They are not the loudest headset in the world. They're not. For me, they do work a little bit better with the dongle than they do with Bluetooth. Obviously, Logitech's Lightspeed is pretty goddamn good. But I understand now why from a couple of years ago, when these released at like 75, 80 quid, people were saying that they were a good value then. And I understand why now. Because at 40 quid, these are an absolute bargain. And I think you'll find them difficult to beat at 40 quid. So grab yourself a bargain. I will leave a link for these, as always, down below. Daisy, hopefully you will enjoy these things, like, because I think they sound absolutely wicked for 40 quid. Like, I think for 40 quid, these are difficult to beat. And I think they're an absolute banger of a little headset. They're neat looking, they're super light, they've got good sound, they're comfortable. I think you could definitely have a prolonged gaming session in these. They've got 18 hours of battery life in one charge. So say you play 4 hours a day, that's like 4 days. And then you've got 2 hours extra. And so you're going to have about 4 days before you have to charge them. If you play 2 hours, you're looking at 9 days before you have to charge them. So I think it's safe to say that you'll probably have to charge these once a week. But I don't think that's a bad thing, really. I've not found really that much of a negative about these. Like I said, they're not super loud, but they're not ear-piercingly loud. You know, they don't try and attack your ears with how loud they are, but the sound is really full, and like, you know, directional soundstage actually sounds pretty goddamn good on these things. So yeah, 40 quid, guys. You can't really go wrong for 40 quid. So if anyone that you know is after a headset for Christmas, then I recommend these for 40 quid. I really do think that for 40 quid, I really do think that you're going to struggle to do better than these at that price point. Like, you might be able to match them, but I think you'd struggle to find better than these at 40 quid. And look out for Black Friday. Look out coming up to Christmas. They may go on offer again. I bought these at like about 33, 34 quid for Daisy. So I would keep an eye on them. Like I said, they come in white and blue, this pink and blue, and they come in black with like yellow. I'm pretty sure it's going to be yellow here on the cables and on the buttons. And they all look pretty smart. They're all really comfortable. You know, I've got a big head. They are at full stretch on my head, but I do have a big head, and they fit me fine. They don't squeeze your head too much. They're really quite comfortable. The soundstage sounds all right. I think the mics sound okay. There's definitely a little bit of, I've listened back, and there's definitely a little bit of latency with the Bluetooth over with the Lightspeed from Logitech through the dongle. So there are a few minor adjustments that need to be made and stuff, but in all general seriousness, these are a really, really decent headset for 40 quid. And I don't think you can go wrong. So as a decent little stocking filler, especially if you've got a gaming daughter or a gaming son or whatever, or a great gaming partner, these would probably still do for them. If you want wireless, like if you want wired, there's more different options out there for you. But if you want wireless, I think for 40 quid, you are going to struggle to beat this headset. I think they're really quite well built, well put together. They feel nice. They're super light. They're comfortable. These pads are soft, but they're comfortable. They hug around your ear. They're nice. It is hard plastic in here, but you don't really notice it. The sound stage is really good. I think the mic's half decent. And yeah, like I said, you could do a lot worse for 40 quid. So yeah, hopefully Daisy likes them. I'll find out tomorrow. I'm going to go deliver them to her with Poppy's headset as well for Christmas. These are just, she's going to be using these pretty much straight away. She won't be waiting for Christmas like Poppy will have to. But yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Grab yourself a bargain. I'll leave a link in the description. And as always, thanks for watching, guys. Love you. Bye-bye.
Like and subscribe. Thank you.